right? Shalom. Before I begin, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. They continue to rule very well to this very day. All right, that's continuing to push this word. All right, for years and years on this, still holding fast this word strong, man. All right, and also as well, shalom to the hope elect. That's also in the footsteps of the apostles. All right, the elders of Great Millstone. All right, doing all right in sincerity, in faith, and in truth. All right. Now, of course, we're gonna go ahead and start as we're in that time to where now the prophecies are now being more and more clear, man. Okay. Because see, as today, man, look, as you can see clearly that these prophecies are speaking, man. All right, because we're in that time, man. This is the time now to where the Lord is making himself known, man. Okay, and he's making his presence known on the planet Earth. Okay, just for the purpose of not only to fulfill his will, but also as well to let you know that he is who he is, man. He's gonna show you, all right, the type of power that he is, man. All right, and show you how he gets down, man. Okay, because contrary to popular belief, these people still believe that our power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Shah, is a passive power, man. All right, but now we're in the time now where these prophecies are loud and clear, man. All right, and also as well that these things which are written within the scriptures are coming to life, man. Okay, and being put in front of you, man. All right, this word that we're reading out of, man, these are living words, man. Okay, and as you read, it's like you can visually see these things happening in front of you, man. All right, and like we always go into, man, it's like reading a script out of a movie, man. As you're reading it, you see things moving in place, man. All right, you see everything falling in its proper order, man. All right, now we go ahead and jump to the scriptures. Go ahead and go ahead to Revelation 1.
This is the book of Revelations 1 and verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy.
That's right. It said, blessed is he that readeth and doeth the things that are within this book, man. Okay? And not only as you to read this, but also to do, man. Okay? And that's another part about it, man. All right? And that's a part about it, man. All right? But not only that, it takes understanding to be able to understand what the will of the Lord is, man. And that's why when you read, somebody grab 1 Corinthians 2 and start at verse 16. Because when you read these scriptures, man, all right, like I said, these things are instructions, man. Okay? These are instructions. These are the guidelines, all right, on how to navigate throughout the world, man. All right? And where you reside, man. Okay? Because it was already prophesied that we were going to be sent forth unto the other end of the earth. All right? And the Lord left us this word, and that's why this word is known as the Comforter. All right, and the Lord told us specifically. He said, "Look, when I leave from here, all right, and go unto my Father, I'm not going to leave you comfortless. All right, but I will come to you. All right." And when he said that because when he said he will come to you, in other words, when you read these scriptures, you're reading about Yahweh Shah. All right, we have it right now, man. All right, now go ahead and finish that up.
It says, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand.
Right, for the time is at hand. Okay? You see, now is the time for these things to be put into practice, man. Okay? Because it was the time to where you had this word, this truth, not being published, man. Okay? That's when this word wasn't pushed out. All right? That's when it was quietness throughout the planet Earth, man. Okay? And that quietness came in the form of the prophets not being out just yet, man. All right? And then came Elder Rabbi Bivens, man. All right, and then at that point, then you started to see, all right, other men come out in the same stead as Yahweh Ba'ashem Shah, man. So now you're seeing a transition, all right, into the things concerning Yahweh Ba'ashem Shah, man. All right, these words are now springing forth in the life, all right, and now you're starting to see these things overtake the things of the wicked, man. Okay, because Esau Edom, which is the true biblical nationality, so-called white man, there's nothing that he can do against this word, man. All right, and even though he tried to take this word out the airways, all right, he's tried to get it out of the hands of the people, all right, and to ban it. All right, guess what? These words are still going to stand true to this day, man. Okay, no matter what he does, man. All right. What's that? You got it.
Because it's Habakkuk 2 in verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak.
That's it. Yep, that's it, man. So it said that vision is yet for an appointed time, man. Okay? And this is the appointed time, man. All right? And as you see, man, things are getting even more chaotic, man. All right? And the reason why it's being more chaotic because we're in that time, man. The time is at hand. All right? And the vision, like the ark is reading, all right, is for an appointed time, man. So the Lord set that appointed time in this time today, man. Okay? In other words, the Lord has set up a specific time, a date, all right, and for these things to happen, man. Okay? And now you're seeing these things play out, man. All right? You got up.
But at the end it shall speak and not lie.
Right, so at the end right now, we at the end right now, man. All right, and it's speaking. Okay? And these things, and it shows you that Yahweh Shalom Shai is the true power, man. All right? And the scriptures say that, man. It says that let the Most High be true and every man a liar, man. All right?
Hey, just going to what the brother just read. It says for an appointed time. A phrase is Strong's H450. It says appointed place.
Right, appointed place. All right, and right here is the appointed place, man. Okay, this is the scene, right? This is the destination or the location that the Lord is using right now to put forth these things, man. All right, the things are concerning the vision, man. All right.
It says appointed time.
Yep, appointed time, man. Like I said, hey, it's an appointed time that the Lord set for these things to happen, man. Okay, and like the art was reading in Revelations, we're in that time. All right.
It says meeting.
Right, meeting. All right. So, and you already know what that's about. All right. Because when Yahweh shall return, guess what? That's when he's gonna meet you as a power, and the Lord said that too, man. Actually, somebody get the Elisa on. Yeah. But finish it off.
It says, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
Right. So it says that it's going to feel like it's tearing, right? But at the end, it's going to speak and not lie, and then it's going to come full force, man. All right. And that's why we're always going to. It's going to be a certain sequence of events that's going to set off, all right, to make these prophecies happen, man. Okay. You know, basic things from leading one thing to another, man. Okay. And that's why, as you see, you know, this whole Crown 19, all right, going on, all right. Now you see these things fall into place, man. Okay, because this is the method that's being used right now to push things forward, man. Okay, because before time, you know, you had these little false flags, you know, these different things are happening. But now, in this time, as these things are going on today, now you're starting to see things ramp up, man. Okay.
Isaiah chapter 47, and I started at 1. It said, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon."
That's right. It says, "Come down and sit in the dust, man." All right, and the dust represents confusion, man. Okay, and that's why this place is known as Babylon the Great, man. You know, a place of great confusion, man. Okay, this is the only place that you see wickedness at an all-time high, man. This is the only place that you see wickedness being pushed forth throughout the four corners of the earth, man. All right, because this place is a hub for everything that's unclean, man. All right.
It says, "Sit on the ground, there's no throne."
Right, man. Sit on the ground, man. There's no throne for you. All right, and Babylon's gonna get knocked off the pedestal, man. All right, and the Lord Yahweh Shalom Shai, when he comes down, he's gonna bring this place down low, man. Okay. And that's why it says here, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon," man. All right? You know, be abased. Okay? Because right now this place is lifted up, man. All right? It's lifted up by Esau, Edom. All right? These other nations that benefit off this place. Okay? And see, now the Lord is bringing this place down, man. He's turning the hearts of these other nations against this place, man. Okay? And the Lord is going to use these other nations, all right, to perform his work, man. All right? Which is what? To destroy this place by way of ICBM thermonuclear missiles, man. Okay? So the Lord is going to use that as a device to destroy this place off the face of the earth, man. All right?
It says, "O daughter of the Chaldeans, but thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate."
Right, so now this place is no longer being called tender and delicate, man. All right? This whole idea that America is a place of opportunity, all right? But now these other nations and these people, they're seeing that this is not a land which they thought it was, man. All right? this land which is full of rape, rob, murder. You know, this land, Babylon the Great, which is America, is riddled with bloodshed, man. All right, bloodshed, war, okay, atrocities. All right, that's why this place gotta be thrown down, man. Okay, because this land and the people that's ruling over this land has shed innocent blood, man. All right, the blood of the children of Israel, like the scriptures say, man. All right, so he's got to pay for that, man. Somebody's got to pay that tab, man. All right, that bill is only so long it can sit there until somebody got to pay for it, man. All right, until somebody say, hey, it's time to pay up, man. All right, and that's when Yahushua, when he comes back, he's gonna come back and get his just due, man. All right.
It says take the millstones and grind meal.
Right, take the millstones and grind meal, man. All right, so like I said, this is the time now where the Lord is bringing this place low, man. Okay, and taking the millstones and grinding meal, that's a laborious enslavement work, man. All right, churning. All right, hold it up.
Matthew 23 verse 12. And whosoever shall exalt himself shall be abased.
That's right, man. It says whoever exalts himself shall be abased, man. All right, this man Esau has exalted himself for years and years on top of years, man. All right, and see, now's the time for him to be abased, man. Okay, now it's time for him to go back to being the basis of all men, man. All right, pursuant to Job the 30th chapter, man, the place where he's supposed to be. Okay, even the Lord said this man is at the base, man. All right, at the very bottom. That means that you're at the bottom of all these different nations, man. All right, including us, in which us, the Israelites, are at the top, man. Okay,
It says, and whosoever shall exalt himself shall be abased, and he that shall humble himself shall be exalted.
That's right, man. Say he that humbles himself shall be exalted, man. Okay, and we're the humble, man. All right. So in due time, when the Lord returns, he's going to exalt us, man. All right? And that's how it's supposed to be, man. Yahweh Shemel Shah is the one who's supposed to exalt you, man. All right? It's like, I'll give you an example, right? Somebody grab a piece of these, man. Let me paraphrase. Yeah, because again, man, this man, all right, has completely exalted himself and even put himself up to be as the Most High, man. Okay, but now he's about to get sat down, man. All right, he's about to get sat down. He's about to be sat on the ground, man, like it says in the scripture, man. Okay.
What you saying? Daniel 2:21. He changeth the times and the seasons. He removeth kings and setteth up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know, understand.
That's right, man. So the Lord is the one who dictates who's in the rulership seat, man. Okay? So now, as you can see, all right, this man, all right, is put on the position that he is, and the Lord put you there, man. All right? And you got the nerve to say that you're the Most High, you know? You got certain nerve to put your laws out there as the absolute law of the land, man. All right, that everybody got to follow, man. And that takes a special type of demon to do that, man. All right? When you know that there's already laws that are supposed to govern the earth, but here it is, you make your own law, all right, to govern everything, man. All right? You make your own laws to govern everything, man. All right? And your laws are based off of your own pride, man. All right? Like you're the Most High. So again, man, the Lord is going to make sure that you're a base, man. All right? Since you exalted yourself. Okay?
It's Obadiah 1:3. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee.
Right, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, man. Okay? Because for all these years, this man has committed wickedness, all right? And deception, and throwing out deception throughout the planet Earth, man. All right? And now he's being revealed, man. Okay? Read that again.
It says, Obadiah 1:3. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock.
Right, man. These are natural cavemen. All right? And that's where their history go back to, man. All right? You are dwelling in the caves, man. All right? Not knowing how to say one word, man. All right? And the Lord took you that was a caveman and now put you in rulership, man. All right? And that lets you know, man, the Lord is in the midst, man. Okay? that lets you know that Yahweh Shema Shah is the true power, man. Okay? Because he took a man like this, all right, and set him up in rulership, man. Okay? But now that same power that gave you your rulership and your seat is going to bring you down, man. Okay? Yeah, so the Lord is gonna bring you down, man, to where you're supposed to be, man. Okay? And that's the reward for putting yourself out there as the God, man, putting yourself out there as the Most High, man. Okay? There's a reward for all the works on the earth, man. All right? And it tells you that in Ecclesiastes, man. All right? Whether those works are good or bad, man. Everybody's got to receive their reward. Okay? So in the time of judgment, Esau, Edom, all right, is going to receive his reward, man, which is destruction, man. And on top of that, captivity. Okay? These are fugitives on the run, man. Okay? Running away from the true law of the earth, man, which is Yahweh Shema Shah, man. All right? The true authority. Okay?
It says, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
That's right, man. He's saying, who shall bring me down to the ground? Again, that's that level of pride that this man has, man. All right? He doesn't realize that Yahweh Shema Shah got eyes on him, man. All right? And since he puts out that statement, all right, or has in his mind that nobody's going to bring him down, all right, guess what? The Lord is about to show a rude awakening to this man, man. All right? Because he's living in a dream right now, man. All right? And he can have, everything is to his disposal, man. He has all that his heart can wish right now. Okay? But the Lord's going to take all of that away, man. Okay?
It says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou hast set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord.
That's right, man. We always go into that, man. All right? And thou that set thy nest amongst the stars, all right? And in which other words, go. Hey, that's it, man. That's weird. Yep. And
That's all, sir.
Yeah. Yep. And that lets you know, man, that the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shah, is in control of this, man. All right? Things that go on in the spirit world is going on here on the planet Earth, man. That's why there's always a counterpart here on the planet Earth, man. And the scripture tell you that there's two and two, one against another. All right? Good and evil, righteous and the wicked, man. All right? So the wicked, it was a time where the wicked was exalted on the planet Earth, because you can see it today, man. All right? All the people in their simplicity, all right, they don't realize that they're walking down a path of destruction, man. Okay? Because everything that's perpetuated here in Babylon the Great is completely against the Bible, man. And really, everything that's put up here in Babylon the Great is against life itself, man. All right? Through the rulership of Esau, Edom, all right, and Babylon the Great, everything dies, man. Okay? And that goes into that transition I was speaking about earlier, man. Since everything right now, all right, is in the state of being the state of dying due to this kingdom, all right? Yeah, so due to this, man, all right? So this land, Babylon the Great, perpetuates death, man. Okay? But now you're seeing a transition from death to life, man. Okay? And that's why and when you look at how the Lord has conducted everything, it's like it's indicative to a resurrection, man. Okay? You know, the dead that's being brought back to life, man. And that's us, man. All right? You know, we was dead in the world, man. Okay? We was underneath the influence of Babylon the Great during the time, man. Okay? But now the Lord is springing us back into life, man. All right? Now you're seeing a resurrection of the true men of the Lord, man. All right? The righteous men. Okay?
It's the book of Matthew 7 in verse 13. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
That's right, man. And here in Babylon the Great, you should see a huge, wide open passageway, man, that everybody can go into. All right, that and it tells you right here, like the August reading. All right, basically everybody's going into this highway. All right, this is the highway that leads unto death, man. Okay, but the path of righteousness, that's the straight gate. That's the straight and narrow, man. Okay. So that's the straight and narrow that you only see a few men go into, man. Okay? Because only made for like it says in I believe it's on Second Ezra. Yeah, Second Ezra, where it speaks about only one man can go in at one time. All right. So now you see that today, man, only a select few, all right, is going in at a time, man, which is what? The elect of the nation of Israel, man. Okay? But meanwhile, this wide open gate that you see here in Babylon the Great, everybody is willingly going into that, man. All right? You got that.
It says, and many there be which go in thereat.
Right, and many there be that shall go in thereat, man. All right? And you see that, man. That's why that's why the scriptures say it's going to be many of them that perish in this time, man. Okay? But only a few is going to be preserved, man. Okay? You got up.
It says, because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it.
That's right, man. And few there be that find it, man. Okay? So it's only a select few, all right, that's only able to find this pathway towards life, man. Which again, that's the elect of the nation of Israel, man. Okay? And again, it was only made for only a few to go in, man. All right? And now you see that, man. Okay? And like I said, it's this land, Babylon the Great, is just one big avenue. Really, that's why this land has so many different beliefs, all right, and ideas that anybody can get into, man. All right? But when it comes to this, Esau Edom has a problem, man. Okay? You know, this is the only land where you'll see that our people, the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, that go into any type of religion that they want to, man. All right, some of them are going to Egyptology. All right, some of them are going to Buddhism. All right, they 5%. All right, and all that is okay in the eyes of Esau Edom, man. All right, but once you start calling yourself by your true nationality, which is being an Israelite, then it's a problem, man. Now you gotta go. All right, and that lets you know that this man, all right, is dead set to make sure that he stays in rulership, man. All right, because he knows that that this truth, all right, that this is ours, man. I believe we went to the other last weekend, man. Is that one of the elites, the so-called elites, rolled up to the New York camp, all right, and he got out, man. He actually got out of the car and he said, "Look, you're not supposed to have that. You know, you're not supposed to have this. How do you get your hands on this? We spent all this money to keep this away from you. How you got it? You know, what's going on, man? All right." And they did, man. They put all this stock into keeping this away from us, man. But all that was in vain, man. Okay? Because now the men of the Lord have obtained this, all right? And now you're seeing it spring forth as you see today, man. All right? Okay, you got it up.
2 6:27. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched.
Right, man. So evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched, man. Okay? And you see that. And the way that it's being quenched is by way of this truth, man. Okay? Truth always overtakes deception, man. All right? No matter how you look at it, man. All right? It's whether something is truth or whether something is a lie, man. Okay? And now you're seeing the spirit of truth being pushed out, all right? And the lies and deceit are being thrown out the window, man. Okay? Now it's being destroyed. So this man, and this is one of the ways that this man set up his kingdom. Okay? It was by way of deception, all right? Trickery, all right? Basically, the trickery of the eyes, man. Okay? And you see that now since this truth is being pushed out, all right, all that deception that's pushed out throughout the years is now being thrown down, man. All right? And he's being revealed, man. Okay? That's why this truth is so critical, all right, or so detrimental, all right, to this man's rulership. Why? Because this truth is breaking it down, man. All right, and the scriptures tell you that, man. All right, I believe it's in 1 Corinthians, all right, where it says about breaking down the stronghold and every high thing. Okay, yeah, get that real quick up. But yeah, this is the way that the Lord, this is the method that the Lord is using to destroy the deception that this man pushed out, man. Okay, you know, the Lord doesn't have to have men with weapons or swords to come and take down your kingdom. No, the Lord is strategically throwing down your rulership this way, man. Okay, this is a cunningly strategic method that the Lord is using to destroy Babylon the Great, man. All right, and that lets you know that the Lord is a man of war, man. Okay, because this is the ultimate war tactic that the Lord is using now, man. All right, he's planted, different. You know how in wartime, you have like a splinter cell or like a spy. Somebody go out to spy the city. Yep. Like you go out to spy the city, and while you're behind enemy lines. All right, that's what the Lord is doing now with the men of the Lord, man. All right, the Lord has sent out His servants, all right, to go out in this land of our captivity, all right, and to destroy this place, man. And we're scoping for the men of the Lord that also have the same mind, man. Okay, the elect of the nation of Israel. That's one of the reasons why we're here, man. That's one of the reasons why the Lord has awoken the prophets, all right, to go out and to teach, man. All right. But
Because it's 2 Corinthians 10 and verse 4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds.
That's right, man. To the pulling down the strongholds, man. All right. So this is the ultimate pulling down of strongholds, man. All right. You know, back then you had these different methods. You know, you had the Malcolm X's, you know, the MLKs, you know, all that to try to bring out some type of relief towards our people. But that didn't do anything, man. All right. That's like putting a Band-Aid on a cut. All right, like a future sore, man. That's all it is, man. All right, but they didn't have the remedy on how to combat this current situation our people are in, man.
Yeah, so like, which is the truth.
Yep, that's it.
Something as subtle as the truth is what's contributing to the collapse of Esau's reign of terror.
Yep, that's it, man. Because the thing is that now with this truth, like the August read, all right, this is what is breaking down these strongholds, these things that are lifted up high, man. All right, and the things that are lifted up high, all right, are against the scriptures, man. And one of those things that are lifted up high is modern day Christianity, man.
Yeah.
All right, and which is deemed, and this is a fact, that this is deemed as a #1 religion in the world, man. All right, and this religion has been used by Esau Edom to take one of the methods that this devil has used to take control of the planet Earth, man. All right, and I believe that goes into prophecy too about the 3 unclean spirits and frogs.
Yeah.
All right. So that was one of the things that captivated the people, all right, and led them down to this destructive path, man. All right.
Yeah, it's like it. Christianity is one of the many traps of Babylon, many snares of it. Remember, Esau is the cunning hunter. So what's one of his snares and traps? So-called religion, in particular Christianity. These churches is actually a trap house. When you hear that phrase, trap house, you go into a church, you now snare. It takes a miracle, it takes divine intervention to get you out of there.
Yep, that's it. And this is what they're seeing right now. And now you're seeing a divine intervention, man. All right, even the fact that you got so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, or certain of them, that's coming together underneath one umbrella, man, one banner. Okay, it had to take a special power or divine intervention, like the Ark is saying, to bring us up out of that, man. Okay. Like I said, like I mentioned about, hey, I got to bring it back out. The guy that got out the car at the New York camp, and he's saying how we got our hands on it, and like I said before, they put stocks and millions and billions of dollars to keep this under wraps, man. All right, but now guess what? The cat's out of the bag, man.
Yeah, it's like it's not in the best interest for Esau for truth to go forth. See, that proves that that's the devil, and we were touching on that briefly last night. We know that the so-called white man is the devil to deceive you. If nothing else, you have to research truth. Why do I have to go into, extensive? You have to take notes, cross-examine, cross-reference dates and timelines just to find the damn truth. That means that it's the so-called white man himself that's the source behind hiding and suppressing truth, man. And that proves that he's the adversary. He's the resistant spirit of truth, the momentum of truth going forth. The reason why you don't know you're an Israelite, or you didn't know you was an Israelite, right? Because the so-called white man, he put in the history book you was a color. You go into a damn, what they call it, a report on Black History Month, for example. You doing the research, every other word is colored. That's psychological warfare. Now all of a sudden you associate yourself with being a colored or a Negro. When you're really an Israelite, man, who's responsible for that? So-called white man.
That brings me to mind when you always bring out the example, right? That movie, Long Kiss Goodnight.
Oh, yeah. You watched it, saw it, right? That's a bad movie, man.
That's a bad movie.
I recommend all y'all brothers watch it. Y'all saw that yet? Long Kiss Goodnight? Oh, you got to watch that.
Yeah, it captures what's going on right now, right? Our people that don't know who they are, All right, but once realizing who you are, all right, now you know what your mission is, man.
Yeah.
All right, now you know what to do. Okay, and that's what you see now, man. The men that have woken up to their true nationality. Now we know who we are. All right, and now we've been awoken to the will of the Lord, man. All right, and that's the part about it, man. And another thing, just to throw out, you know, you got these guys call themselves Hebrew Israelites, right? You know, they'll know that they're Israelites, right? And they'll probably use the cadence, the lingo. But are you going according to the will of Yahweh Shemel Shai, man? All right, you know, it's a sense of duty, all right, and responsibility that comes with that, man.
Yeah, they worship me in, what is that? Worship me in speech, with their heart is far from
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, man. And that's the thing about it, man. Because again, you know, the Lord tries the reins, man. You know, He tries the spirit. All right. So if you're not all the way into it, all right, into your true nationality, all right, which again is the truth, all right, then guess what, man? You might as well call yourself an American, all right? And you do that, and you got that, man. You got, you know, guys that know they're Israelites, but still they operate off that old ninja mentality, man. All right. You haven't embraced Yahweh Shemel Shai, man. All right, and that's the truth, man. You haven't fully when you come into this thing of ours, all right, knowing your nationality, all right, that's a form of you embracing Yahweh Shemel Shai, man.
Yeah.
All right, because once you realize your nationality, you know who your power is, man.
Now, Salaki, now you begin to embrace your custom, your culture. You know who your enemies are now. You a damn deer. The brother Nathan Yabasab did that video, that short, where and it was fascinating. You had the deer. It was a baby deer. You saw that? Yeah, he lost sight of who his enemies were. He thought the leopard was his mother. He was prancing around, and then eventually what happened? The damn leopard took him by his neck and killed him, man. And what caused his death? That detachment from knowing who he was. See, when you know who you are, now you know who everybody else is, man.
Yeah, that's the spirit too. It was a leopard.
Yeah, it was a leopard. Yeah, that spirit. Yeah, come on, man.
You already know that leopard. You know,
Yeah.
that leopard represents Esau, man.
Yeah.
All right, and that goes into prophecy concerning the kingdom that was set up. All right, the Greeks. Okay, but that you know, that's a spirit though, because it shows you the state of what our people is in right now, man. Okay, you know, you prancing around, you know, the enemy, you know, the predator. All right, that's seeking your life, man. All right, now knowing that, you know, hey, and that goes back to the example, right? This man is known as a snake, man. So you prancing around a snake, you know, a venomous, poisonous snake. You playing around with it, all right? And then next thing you know, you get bit, man. All right? Why? Because they don't realize that they're messing around with a snake, man. All right? And that goes back to, you know, the story that the apostles always bring out, you know, the woman that nursed the snake back to health. All right? You know, and the snake told us, said, look, you knew I was a snake.
The snake said, bitch,
Then you knew I was a snake.
Yeah, because you get angry when you see somebody. Have you ever saw one of them like animal attacks? You see some motherfucker fucking with a bear, you get to a point where you want to see him get put to death. You like, kill him, man. Kill him already. See, we ain't gonna have no mercy. We're not gonna share the tip with you, Jake. Put your trust in this damn self. Especially those of you who have been briefed on the fact that he's your enemy. That's the same with a motherfucker poking at a bear. Well, when the bear turn around and slap his face off, you should show no sympathy for that person.
Ecclesiastes 12. I start at 10. Never trust thine enemy. It's like an iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
Right, man. It says never trust thine enemy, man. All right, and that's clear cut to the point, man. All right, to not trust your enemy, man. How many times has our people been deceived and brought to desolation because of this man's deception, man? All right. Case in point, you ain't got to get it, but it's an account in Maccabees, man. All right, about how our people gave one of the Edomites, I believe it was a general, right? Gave him credence, all right. In other words, they gave him, you know, some type of leeway, right? And then guess what? Guess what it said? It said that he fell suddenly upon the sins and the many people of Israel, man. All right? And that same mentality, these devils still have that same mentality, man. All right? You know, a hunter's not going to come out and tell you he's a hunter. All right? He's going to put down his traps, all right, snares, all right? And he's going to bait you into doing that, man. All right? And we go into that too. All right?
Camouflage himself. Amongst you. You won't know you're there.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, that's part of his attributes. This is what makes him a successful hunter, have to be deceptive. You know, when you saw a hunter bust up in the jungle with a M16 making noise, chopping down trees. No, he sits up in those tree stands or camouflage in the shadows. And he'll lay trap. He even has certain calls. And the overtone of his mission is to deceive the prey. That's the so-called white man. That's all he ever did to Israel was to deceive you, man. But what's the result? He killed you.
That's the objective.
Yeah, that's the objection. You have the glamour. You have 2 arcs of fries, McDonald's. That's a snare. It lures you in over 200 billion souls. You come in, you open the wrap, and bam, that's a snare. That just took 7 months out of your life, bro.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, the scripture tell you that he's a cunning hunter, man.
Yeah,
Right? In the book of Genesis, man. And he still stayed true to that same attribute, being a cunning hunter, man. All right? Now, key point, it says cunning hunter.
right.
All right? So he's going to use his cunningness and his craftiness, all right, to lure you to sleep, man. All right? And to put you to death, man. All right? And like I said, like the man back in I was talking about, man, is that basically his objective is to see you die, man.
And I got a piece of, it's like it. I got the definition. This is simple. Definition for cunning. It says having or showing skill in achieving one's end by deceit or evasion.
Right? And having the skill, all right, to accomplish what your objective is, man, to your mission, man. All right? So basically, this man's been given, all right, the skill in which, by the way, that skill was given to you. All right? You didn't wake up one day and say, I'm going to be a hunter. You know? Because the Lord already said you're going to be a cunning hunter, man. All right? And that was prophesied he was going to be a cunning hunter, man. All right? And that's how he gets you, man. All right? That's all it takes.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Oh, well, that's like Jake, right? Jake would come up again. Remember that a while back when the one guy came up and stood in defense? He took a hard stand for Esau. He was like, "It's so many, they helped me more than..."
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get your heart.
Yeah.
The white man gave me.
The nigga probably had a $25 gift card to the churches. And that was enough to, pledge his allegiance to Esau. Now, I'm gonna show you something too about these. That's what they do. They smile at you, man. That's that deception. What other way can you lure somebody to sleep by smiling, Homie, why you gotta go through all that, man? Now, hey, I'm gonna tell you, like let's say you shop at Walmart, and just because the old Edomite bitch, the cashier, tell you hi, shake buy into that bullshit, man. All right, but that, not knowing that that's one of the qualities of this devil, to lure you to sleep. See, now we have been given eyes to see, ears to hear, which contributes to the instincts of survival that's needed to preserve you before the Lord Yahweh Shemashah take this place down. See, we out here, if you wondering what's going on, we out here to promote prophecy, which at the forefront of it is promoting the God of the Bible, visiting America with fire, setting a fire to America. Let's get the signs out. That's what this book, the Bible, you thought this was just a harmless, listen, you and somebody with the Bible, they have it like this, real talk, right? You want to come to your door, and this, you know what I mean? That's a real piece of humility. No, this is the most bloodiest book. Somebody get that real quick. It's like, y'all, get Ezekiel the 2nd chapter, man. See, we out here to declare the downfall of America, the most wickedest kingdom ever erected. And the floor is open. If you patriotic, you feel as if that statement is not accurate. But let's test that theory, man. Because America is the most wickedest kingdom ever erected.
according to the Bible. See, that's another thing, according to the standards of the Bible. Not this free fall that has been promoted here in America. The idea of you being able to do whatever the hell you want to do. Men lying with men, women lying with women. That's like it. Women lying with women. That's off. That's a direct offense against the God of the Bible. Come on, we get that.
Ezekiel chapter 2, I start at verse 9. It says, and when I looked, behold, a hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein.
And this is that book, which is the most powerful book on the planet Earth. Why? Because it outlines prophecy, the fate, the coming and going of men, the rise and fall of kingdoms, which America, Babylon the Great, which operates under the beast system, is not, this is not elusive, if you will, America. It's not like, matter of fact, hold that and go to Revelation, the first chapter. It's not like the power of all heavens and earth is somehow taken by America. He don't know what America is. What is this place? No, it was erected by the Lord, man. Go ahead,
Revelations 1 and 8. Revelations 1 and 8. It says, and I am...
Because these Edomites, you gotta, you pay attention. When the Edomites stop, everything's set up by the Spirit. They stop and listen. They can either be a Jake, because we spiritual, but for the most part, that's one of them Edomites whose fate was already sealed. But the Lord, they had to hear the word. Now, it's like going to court. Once you get the judgment, now everything play out. She heard the judgment, now she gone. And a lot of Edomite bitches, man, you women, man, you gonna get it too, man. You responsible for a lot of blood, man. All the times where they concocted these lies, like for example, the Emmett Till story. Okay? And do you know that bitch came out when she was 8 or 9 years old and shit? I don't know how the bitch was to say she lied, man. The conscience was fucking with her so much. But guess what? She not gonna get away. All right, come on.
Come on. This book, Revelations 1 and 8.
That dog been tortured, man. See his tail, man. That dog been tortured, man. Where you get him from? It's like, where you get him from? The Humane Center?
Yeah.
See? Yep. Yeah. You've been through a lot. Yep, go ahead.
Revelation 1 and 8. I'm Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the ending, says the Lord.
Yep, go ahead.
Which is, and which was.
Right, which is dealing with the present. Go ahead.
And which was.
Right, so the Lord has jurisdiction over the past as well. Okay, go ahead.
And which is to come.
And which is to come. Proving that this current system is not out of the reach of the jurisdiction of the Lord. America is recorded in the Bible, if you can understand. And if that's the case, let's say, okay, now y'all, let's say you agree with that. Now what's next? If America is recorded in the Bible, what's the fate of this place? It should be destroyed. America should be destroyed, man. And I dare you to say it shouldn't. No, the first time I ask you, what's in your fridge? And if you got some pork chops in there, that proves that America needs to be destroyed. Cholesterol. Yeah, come on. Yeah, she been a go, man. That spirit, the spirit make you fix your eyes on certain people, man. Yeah, they got some shit they finna throw on the grill. Yeah. She joined the phone. What's in the refrigerator? Go ahead.
Jeremiah 28 and 8. The prophets that have been before me,
right,
and before thee of old.
And that proves that the prophecy is an ongoing legacy, man. So you shouldn't marvel when you see us out here, with this book, and we conveying the words of this book. This is a legacy that goes all the way back. Matter of fact, hold that, go to Luke. You know that one, the first chapter. The prophets is not a new idea. It was prophets that spoke to, you remember when, come. Also, when was it Rebecca who was inquiring? She said she wanted to inquire of the Lord. She really inquired of the prophet when she went to her old man. Which he was in the spirit of prophet. Even when you go into Cain, when Cain was told it was offensive. right? That was the prophets were to them. Why your countenance is like, yep.
God, this is the book of St. Luke 1 and verse 70. As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets,
Yep, go ahead.
which have been since the world began.
See that? So this is how the Lord always channeled his word to the planet Earth. The pipeline has always been the prophets. But now in this modern world, all right, it seems you marvel at it. You know, you can't wrap your mind around the men that you see out here on the highways and byways throughout Babylon the Great, throughout the planet Earth, near and far for that matter, is actually set up, raised up, and sent forth by Yahweh Shemashah. You can't wrap your mind around that. And that contributes to the subtleness, the snare which is Yahweh Shemashah. Hey, because if we was, you come up here and we was working miracles, in the physical sense, then people are hearkening. But guess what? We about to start working miracles, man. I mean, we working a miracle now because waking up Israel from that dead state, from the neck up, that's a miracle, man. Yeah, raising the dead, that's a miracle, man. But we about to go into a time now where the men of the Lord is going to start making food materialize before your eyes. You make a point up? Read it one more time.
St. Luke 1 verse 70. As he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets,
Yep.
which have been since the world began.
So the prophets is not a new idea. In fact, the prophets pop up. When the prophets come out, then that means the Lord is about to bring drama. Matter of fact, let's go back there. You got a precept?
Real quick.
Come on.
1 Samuel 9 and 9.
Yeah.
Before time in Israel, when a man went to inquire of the Mosiah, thus he spake, come, let us go to the seer.
You gotta go through the middleman. You can't go to Yahweh Shemashah without going through the prophets. Go ahead.
Come, let us go to the seer, for he that is now called a prophet was before time called a seer.
Right, and the prophet, that's one of the attributes of the prophet. He sees. That's why we're able to tell you what's about to happen to America. That's like Final Destination, man. I ain't gonna lie, I've been binge watching Final Destination like the last week or two. It's all about prophecy. From the first one down, like it was one particular person out the crowd that they saw the destruction. Then once they told everybody looked at them like they was crazy. Right? Well, that's the case now. The Lord has given us vision. We see. That's why the brother just read. The prophets are known as the seers. We see the future of America. We see the famine coming, man. And it makes sense to us too. Because all you people do is eat out in America. What they call it, comfort food, man. Nigga get into an argument, a shout match with his old lady. And he had to drive through after, you know what I mean? And the Lord put you people in a very slippery slope, man. You have been snared by your house by outside. Come on.
Isaiah chapter 42, verse 9. Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare.
Right, because when the Lord is not, give me that real quick, I have not spoken to some here. The Lord is not tiptoeing around you mere mortals out there, man. It's already decreed how the Lord get down. The Lord scripted it. It's like graffiti, a worldwide art. You tag, the Lord tagged it. It's decreed. The Lord took responsibility for taking down the ancient Egyptians, the ancient Babylonians, the Medo-Persian Empire. So you think America is going to escape the wrath of the Lord? No. And these Edomites, man, they got the set. But you see these Edomites, it gets to the point where you want to put chains on them. You like, yep, come on.
It says, before they spring forth, I tell you of them.
Right, and that goes in the prophecy, man. Before things come to pass, the Lord tell you of them. Matter of fact, let me get this.
This is the book of Isaiah 45 and 19. I have not spoken in secret.
See, so the Lord ain't tiptoeing around you people, man. As if the Lord is bashful. Like the Lord gonna shy away from contact. No, the Lord called it straight out. Now, it's spoken in a parable, and that's even more dangerous. Now somebody come out and just tell you they're gonna kill you, or they come out and say it in a riddle. That's a dangerous person, you know what I mean? Person come out, you know what I'm saying, take 3 steps forward, 3 steps back. That's the same thing I would say you die, man. That means you can't even hide yourself. You can't even take cover, man. So the Lord is greatly to be feared. Because he could have easily told you, I'm sending missiles. He could have put that in the book. I'm sending missiles. I'm going to raise up Russia and different nations to come up against America. But the Lord is encrypted. It was an effort. It's a method to the madness of the Bible. It's an effort to keep you people in derision, to keep you snared, to continue to eat pork until the Lord visits you, man. Which, by the way, the Lord is about to overthrow America. America is one of the most famous. America figures prominently in the Holy Scriptures. Did y'all know that? Did you know America figures prominent in the Bible? Now that word prominent goes into famous. So America is a very heavy scene in the drama of the Lord. And the Lord is justified by destroying all you homos. Okay, you homos out there? It's like, watch the camera. Spirit, man. See? They're on a date, man. Yeah, man, his wife don't know what he out here doing. And they probably teammates on the 89 Auburn Sugar Bowl. Yeah, he was the H-back. That nigga was a DB. This is a sick, twisted place, America, Babylon the Great, man. Straight up. We were talking about that before we got the camp started. The stuff that you eat, you'll cringe. That's why you gotta hold your breath. See, really you shouldn't be eating nothing right now that you gotta take the wrapper open. You shouldn't be, if real tough. If it's something where you gotta pull it out and, like Christmas. Surprise! And it's a shiny damn bun. Fuck, man. Come on, man. Yeah, come on. Hey, these motherfuckers, man. Oh, that's the German.
Oh, yeah.
Sam, they Hitler. Might be Hitler back. Yeah, come on.
Isaiah 45:19. I have not spoken in secret.
Right, so the Lord not tiptoeing around, man. The Lord out there, but it's hidden in plain sight. Come on.
St. Matthew 13:3.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Did somebody get Matthew 10? I believe at 27, I want to say. Because this is a secret, right? But only those who have ears to hear can pick up on it, so you can understand. And again, that proves that the Lord is to be feared. Because he's telling you he's about to destroy this place, but it's not clear. It's only clear to those who have understanding. Oh, what's that in, damn, I know it's in the Apocrypha, they're plain to those they're stumbling blocks.
Sirach 39.
39, get that, and somebody can get that other one too, and probably I believe the 8th chapter. You got somebody? Come on.
It's 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 19.
Yeah.
We have also a more sure word of prophecy.
Come on, man. We have a more sure word of prophecy. See, we sure about this. Why? For nothing else, we know the power in which we serve. See, the Lord has exposed us to his true nature, man. That's the same God that visited the ancient Egyptians. That's on record. See, a lot of you people don't have faith, but I'm going to say how cold the Lord is. The Lord actually got tangible evidence to prove it, too. It's actually document would have Ramses II on it, man. Which a lot of biblical scholars say is the, and it only makes sense, that's the Pharaoh that put hell on Israel. Because you remember the first Pharaoh was cool with Israel based upon the merits of Joseph through the Spirit. But the second Ramses came about, he didn't know nothing about Joseph. Yeah, and he was cool. Okay? But it's tangible evidence proving that that power that visited the ancient Egyptians, that actually happened. Sodom and Gomorrah, that actually happened. Noah, what's that, the Mount, what's that mountain with it? Mount Ararat, yeah. where they got the gopher wood and all that remnants. That's showing that the Lord handled that, man. Hey, you think the Lord is dormant, but when we found out that this power is alive and well, and has now dispatched death angels throughout America. People don't even know it. Remember Scarface? When Scarface was talking all this shit, Tony Montana, and Sosa had them dispatched a whole army. And they was already in motion. They was already coming to see it. All right, come on.
Yep. It says 1 or 2, you do well that you take heed.
Right, it's good for you if you take heed. See, we don't give a damn either way. We don't care if you listen or not. We done did our job, but on your behalf, it's good that you take heed. Joe was out here. Joe was.
As unto a light that shineth in a dark place.
Joe might be a deaf angel.
Until the day dawn and the day star arise in your hearts. Knowing this first, that no prophecy of the scripture is of any private interpretation.
Right, we didn't concoct this. This is not an elaborate scheme. We all got together and said, hey, we're gonna vent and present our displeasure towards the so-called white man by coming up with everything that can go wrong. And we'll say at the bottom, no, this is all the inspiration of Yahweh Shemel Shah. Prophecy is not of a private interpretation. Now you do have some that like to put a spin on the scripture. For an example, when it comes to Revelation, the 13th chapter, the 16th verse, dealing with the MOTB, you have some people that say, some of these groups that might say it's an embargo or Christianity, right? That's a private interpretation. No, the spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shah has given us clarity, full understanding concerning these things. Just came. He's a receptionist. The receptionist in Flanders. This Miguel, he still got an attitude.
It says, for the prophecy came not in old time by the will of men, but holy men of the Most High spake, as they were moved by the Holy Spirit.
Right, holy men of the Most High. All right, holy means being separate. The Lord pulled us out, took us out from this world, and gave us this message, and trusted us with His words. Okay, we was moved by the Spirit. We out here because we was moved. Oh, that goes into chess pieces. That's what that's going into. We was moved by a spirit. The Lord strategically set us up on this block. He strategically set the brothers over in Atlanta on the block they on. The brothers in Dallas, the New York, LA, London. They was moved by the spirit, man. Yeah, come on. That was it. All right, now come on.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 8.
Hey, this place, America got to go, man. America got to go. If you ain't in that spirit, then it's not for you. Come on.
Isaiah chapter 8 and verse 18, it says, behold, I and the children whom the Lord hath given me are for signs and for wonders.
Right, so the Lord set us up for a sign. Go ahead.
And for wonders in Israel from the Lord of hosts, which dwelleth in Mount Zion.
Yeah, come on, man. So the Lord set us up as a sign. You know what season you in because we out. The reason, hey, look, the reason why the prophets is out is because Yahweh Shemel Shah is about to visit America, man. Don't think that America somehow escaped the jurisdiction of the God of the Bible. And we just read that in Revelation, the 1st chapter, man. The Lord is displeased with America, Babylon the Great. Period, point blank, man. And that's why a great famine is coming. All right? And I dare you to try to rebuttal that. Some black conscious niggas. Hey, go ahead. Let's go back.
Jeremiah 28.
Yep.
Okay, this book of Jeremiah 28, verse 8.
Hey, that's the thing. We here to declare the downfall of America, Babylon the Great. Rightfully so. That's why, man, all you Israelites, you see the look on them, like this nigga bitch. man, the look on their face. You know why they got that look? Because they don't want to see America destroyed, man. Man, you should be ecstatic that there's a song being sung that promotes the downfall of America, man. Because this place contributes to your discomfort. Whenever you get to a point where you are boasting having a good job, that means something ain't right. Go ahead.
Gun, Jeremiah 28 and 8.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I'm a slave. No, I got a good position as for slavery. Go ahead.
It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many
See,
countries.
against, right? That's the key word. Against the prophets. Look up that word against. Baba Kasha. Read it again up.
Gun. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old.
Now, what Jeremiah is saying, Jeremiah the prophet saying that is no prophet excluded from this. He said the prophets that been, so you can't say, well, no, the prophets before me, it wasn't about that. It was only the prophets after me. No, he said the prophets before me and before thee. Meaning across the board, all the prophets prophesy against nations, man. If you coming up here to hear a feel-good story, this is not the place for you. You know what's going to happen? We're going to potentially tell you that the little one's going to die in the coming siege. Hey, go ahead. The definition, like
The definition.
did it give you anything? No. You got it now. All right, look at the strong definition. See, we all got a feel for that word against me. All right, we'll just get a simple definition of it too if you don't get a strong definition. Okay, come. I got it. Whoever.
Yeah, this that word against. It reads in opposition to.
There you go. That capsulizes the word against. It's opposition. So the Lord is not with America, contrary to popular belief, man. And really the consensus amongst crazy Americans is God is with you. You know, God love America, all that crazy shit. And you know why? Because they are exalted. Their reasoning is because, you know, the Lord must be with us because we the top nation, or at least by perception. All right, we have the strongest military. All the other nations flock to us. We have military bases and embassies throughout the world. You know? So they think and they warp mind that the Lord is with them. But what you're going to find out, the God of the Bible is against America. Is in opposition. Go ahead.
God, it says at verse 2,
Adverse. Come on.
resistant.
Yeah, resist means to wrestle. So the Lord is combating the advances of the so-called white men. And what's the advances of Esau? To establish a new world order, man. This is not Chinese, man. It's simple, man. So-called white man in a desperate attempt to regain the momentum of power is looking to establish, he want to match the reset button and establish a new world order. But guess what? Yahweh Shema Shai is resisting that. Why? Because he had been given time to rule. Give me that real quick. We're going to go by that definition. Jeremiah 5, I want to say. Get that real quick. And see, no matter how much this devil boasts in his technology, his military, or that word mandate being thrown around, they got a deadline. That's heavy too. Deadline. Deadline. All right, there's a time, I believe it's January the 4th, where they saying, look, man, everybody got to get that thing. Hey, come on.
Jeremiah 5, verse 22.
Hey, Come on.
Jeremiah 5, verse 22. Fear ye not me, said the Lord? Will ye not tremble at my presence, which hath placed the sand for the bound of the sea by a perpetual decree?
Yeah, read this one more time.
This is the book of Jeremiah 5, verse 22. Fear ye not me, said the Lord? Will ye not tremble at my presence?
Right, and the overwhelming presence of the Lord is now on the planet Earth. Straight up. How do we know that? Because the prophets out here, man. That's just like in the time of Moses and Aaron. They came in instead of prophets. That was an extension of Yahweh Shema Shah. What was at the forefront of the message? The Lord has sanctioned the release of his people, man. So that's what we're witnessing now. The presence of the Lord is once more on the planet Earth. Real quick, give me your 2nd Ezra 6. You got precept?
No.
Yeah, 2nd Ezra 6, start at 27.
This is 2nd Ezra 6, verse 27.
Uh-huh.
But evil shall be put out,
Yeah, evil is now being put out. Go ahead.
and deceit shall be quenched.
And deceit shall be quenched. The spirit, there's a heavy spirit of deceit that has rested and settled on the planet Earth. And who is the source of that deceit? That question is open to anybody, you know. You, brother, for an example. Who would you say is the source of the deception that's going on the planet Earth?
Hold on. I believe it would be all humanity. The reason I say that
Okay.
is
I wanna hear this.
because all humanity, we're all guessing, in my humble opinion. So I think all humanity has sent out messages to further their own. I mean, and so I totally agree that,
I can
Jesus
get
wasn't a
what
white
you're saying.
man,
Yeah.
right? I'll agree to that wholeheartedly.
Oh, you say you the what? Say it again.
I said Jesus is not a white man.
Okay.
Okay, I will wholeheartedly believe that. I don't have a
Right.
problem with that at all. 'Cause,
Right.
I mean, that's just wrong.
Right.
I don't know what makes him the devil though. So this picture. So I'm not going there. But that's okay. I just saw the sign. So, but I think
But that
that's
word
true.
itself, the devil was Diablo.
I got you. Yeah. No, I don't believe in any of it. So,
Let me ask you this then.
I'm listening.
Who promoted that? You know, because I get what you're saying on all levels. Deception is present,
Right.
but the influence is through the powers that be.
True.
You know,
That's true.
Because those who are in the power seat, pretty much, they dictate the affairs, you know, among common folk.
I agree.
So the stage is pretty much set with the head. That's why, like your body, for an example.
Sure.
Why are you folding your arms? Why eventually you'll walk off? Because of the head.
Right. Yeah.
So what goes on in the mind dictates everything under it.
Right. Yeah.
So those who are in the head position, right, heavenly places, they have contributed to the lies, deception, and falsehood that's being on the planet Earth.
Oh, I agree.
Right?
With that.
That's good as that, right?
Yeah.
So now with that said, who are those people? Like, it's hard to kind of pinpoint it, but we can help you with that. Yeah, let's get the boys up.
Boys.
These thugs.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You're using people of our time. You're not using people of all time.
Okay, well,
So I mean, let's think about this for a
Okay,
second.
yeah.
Genghis Khan
Yeah.
was the head of his people.
Right.
He wasn't a white man.
Let me ask you a question though. Is it relevant? What's more relevant now? If I was to ask,
Oh, well, now,
Yeah.
in today's society, it's the white man. Yeah, okay, how about that?
yeah, because that's what
If we're only jumping in today's society, because that's where we live.
well, everything really is a build up to the present moment. You know, everything's a build up. Now,
Now, who is David Rothschild? Who is that?
what's on that?
Stephen Stewart.
Okay.
I mean, I know some of these guys. I know some of them, right? Rockefeller, Rothschild. Those guys, I agree with you wholeheartedly. But those guys don't have. I mean, but who's David Rothschild? Why is he in the center? This guy. Who is this guy? Who's in the middle?
Yeah, that's his way, boys. That's him.
Oh, okay. I got you. I'm with you now. All right. I still don't know who he is, but okay. I'll buy it.
But you know,
I mean, I don't.
I'm gonna ask you a question, though, right?
Go
So
ahead,
not to
go
get into the technicalities, right?
Sure.
Because you can ask who's who, and you know, but the point is, let me ask you this: would you agree that the bankers, the centralized, the banking structure, pretty much rule the planet Earth,
Yes.
right?
The whole planet is ruled by bankers
There you go.
and insurance companies.
There you go. So, what we getting at,
I agree wholeheartedly.
what we getting at is when you go. First of all, do you believe in the Bible?
No.
Okay, so right there it'll be somewhat of a disconnect because we we rally around the Bible.
Uh-huh.
So if this was court, right, all our evidence would be based upon these documents here.
Okay.
Solely. Now we can go into current events, certain history or whatnot to somewhat help support the message. But it's gonna be a disconnect with us. Right
Probably.
there. Because this is the forum.
Yeah, sure.
Sitting around the Bible.
No, I understand.
You know,
I can buy
but
that.
when you go into the Bible, I don't know if you went through it and you just rejected it. It wasn't to your liking, or you never looked into it. But when you look into it, it's based upon the rise and fall of kingdoms.
Yes, it is.
So it's nothing really sporadic, if you will, about the powers that be, which would be the so-called white men.
Okay.
See, we got to get around to that. The longer you sit here, you're gonna get around to. Like you in the doctor's office, it's only so long I'm gonna tell you that lump on your breast is cancer. We got to get to that news. So we're in the time, the season of this race, which is known as the Edomites in the Bible. Give me Genesis, the 25th chapter. So you're not Russian.
There's Edomites.
Edomites. You're not Russians or Australians or Americans. Your biblical nationality goes back to the nation of Edom. Can we flip this around one time, brother? Let's flip this around. Yep. Come on, you got it. And let's get them, you had that too? This is the table nation. You can check that out.
Okay.
The book of Job, chapter 9, and verse 24, it says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
So when we read right here in the book of Job, it's a prophetic saying. What you're going to find out, this is a living document, the Holy Bible, which is a method to the dismissal of it.
Right.
Because, you can get into science or whatnot, and it'll cause you instinctively to just dismiss this book. But it was all set up that way. But this book goes into intimate details about different rulers. That's what it's all based upon.
Sure.
So now, what we're reading is a prophecy concerning this lifetime. Read it again.
Job 9 and verse 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
So the planet Earth is under the vibration of a certain entity. It would be the wicked. And the wicked would be the so-called white man.
Now see, that's where you lose me.
See, and I know
And
it.
no,
I
it's
know it.
no. The reason you lose me is because you're basically saying that only white men are wicked.
No.
And I can name you lots and lots of multicolored
do
individuals
wickedly.
who are doing wickedly.
Lead.
They're
But
still
there's a
doing
source-
wickedly.
But there's a source of the wickedness. A case in point.
So, but that's my thing is all you're saying is that we're from Edom, and I don't have a problem.
But let me say something real quick,
Okay,
just to be
yeah.
fair with you.
Okay.
We're not as shallow as one might think.
Okay.
You might not technically be a white man because we are spiritual people. Your bloodline lineage could go back to our people.
Right.
You might just look white. That's another chamber
So
in this whole.
all right, so we can reverse
So I'm not.
that, right?
So I'm not so much saying that you the wicked because you can potentially build another nation.
Okay.
Because there was a point where you have nations being mixed, so you can understand.
Sure, yeah,
You
of
see what I'm
course,
saying?
yeah.
For an example, Blake Griffin, right? I don't know if you're familiar with Blake Griffin,
Not
the basketball player.
No.
Well, if you look him up, right, he was a real light-skinned guy. But his father is black as me or that brother right there. Okay?
That
Now,
one.
Right.
they're okay.
Hey, but check it out, right? Blake Griffin's mother was white and his father was black like that.
Okay.
Now what Blake did, he went and got with another white woman, and he was already light skinned, and now his baby looked like a white man.
Right.
But the lineage goes back to black people.
Sure.
That's one of the mysteries. So we're not saying, not to offend you or nothing.
No.
We're not saying that when we say the white man is the wicked, we don't want to say that we're saying you, because you could protect you might not come from that nation.
Right. Okay.
You just
I'll
might
buy
look
that.
like that through a process of time.
Okay. Fair enough.
So we can be fair about this.
Yeah.
But for an example, I get to a point you say you can name a lot of people that do wickedly. But you got to remember there's a source to the wickedness, which is the wicked. Case in point, if someone put on legislation, and again, we judging according to the standards of the Bible.
Sure.
If someone put on legislation as pork is lawful to eat, that means they're going against the standards of the Bible. That will make them the wicked. So if someone eat pork, it's not necessarily them. They doing wickedly, but the person that facilitated the pork would be the wicked. See what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So that's how you get to the source of things. The reason why you dizzy, I can look and say, but I had to get to the bottom of it. I said, you know why? You got HIV. You know, it's some crazy shit. So the reason why you have wickedness on the planet Earth is because of the wicked. And what we found out, look at this again, this is the wicked. Now even you can, you know, I'm pretty sure through your research, I don't perceive you to be a dummy. You know that these guys have contributed to war.
Oh yeah.
bloodshed.
Oh, yeah.
And they set the tone on the planet Earth.
Oh, yeah.
See that?
Yeah.
So the
no
Bible
argument for me
actually,
on that one.
the Bible actually pinpointed and accurately projected these men to be in power at this time.
Okay.
You know, when you're really going through a very fascinating book that, you know,
So-
you have to get into.
All right. Well, see, I've read the Bible from front to back, but I don't claim to be a biblical historian or anything like that. I just was curious. I saw the signs, went, okay, I just want to check them out. All right. And what you say makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
All right, but there is a time, or was a time, where before, right, and maybe
Like Genghis Khan.
everything came from this nation, but there was a time before nations,
Yeah.
right? There was a time before the Bible. There were times before that.
No, it wasn't really.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
That's where that's where I come from. You see, because there were times before where people wrote down things.
Right, but the
long
Bible was
before.
oral. See, that's another
The
stuff.
Bible was oral
It was
in the
oral,
beginning, and it got written down. But you don't go into. I'm not talking. I'm talking like long before Jesus Christ was born.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
there have been people on this planet.
That's right.
Okay, so my thing is, I have a hard time personally looking at any book.
Yeah.
I don't care who wrote it about anything
Right.
that as it calls it, and I don't call it concrete. And I think just like most religions, they look at certain books and they are concrete.
This is not considered a religion. You know, this is just the truth. Now I'm gonna say this real
Okay.
quick. Can I ask you a question? Right?
Sure.
You have a lot of historians. Let me ask you this: why do you have a lot of historians? Certain sects that dedicate themselves to digging up ancient relics, artifacts. All right, they put a lot of time, money, energy, and resources into those excavations or whatnot. But they use the Bible as the even with a lot of these directors, which directors are not peons, like movie directors, they out there.
Oh yeah.
And they have a feel for history or whatnot. They highly esteem these books.
Well, yeah, no, it's still the #1 book of all time.
There you go. Now, with that said, there's a certain understanding that comes with it. This is a very intricate,
Yeah.
very complex, which requires something outside of the physical realm. You have to be endowed with a spirit of understanding. Because there's certain things that I'm pretty sure that you might have read in the book, and you view them through certain lenses that then give you the understanding that we got.
Gotcha.
See what I'm saying?
Sure.
There's a lot of foreshadowing in the Bible.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of stories that really the Bible is a build up to this moment when you really go into it. Because we're in a time now where the ushering in of this man, all right,
Okay.
his return. So he's about to come back. And this image right here is going to be proven, which you already know. But a lot of people still put their faith and their stock into that.
I know that's just dumb.
You know. But you got to think about
just
it.
know
Why?
where Jesus. Jesus was. Everybody. You can't argue that Jesus existed or didn't exist. He existed, right? And where he came from is where he
Let me ask
came
you a question. What's
from.
your nationality? Like, just,
I would probably say if somebody asked me, I'm an Irishman. born in
yeah,
Illinois,
there's a good chance you're an
right?
Israelite.
So there you go. So that's
chance.
my thing. So that's where I'm from. So and
just
so you
kinda
got to be
see
an
that.
idiot to think that Jesus was a white man,
Yeah.
right? And the people who did the pictures were white.
What can I ask you this?
And that's a horrible
Let me
shit,
give-
but
let me
that's
give-
what it was.
Can I get you? Why did they use the Bible? Why did they use a figure in the Bible to deceive the people? Like they could. It didn't.
Because that's like you said, it's the #1 book. Everybody uses the Bible for everything.
Yeah, but think about it. It was a point where-
why did the Crusades happen?
Let me ask you
why
something real
why
quick.
did King?
But
what is
think
his
about it
name?
though. Like before, like we talking about now the time period of what 16, maybe late 1400s up until the Renaissance.
The Renaissance.
Yeah, the rebirth.
Yeah.
Why did they use? Why didn't they go to any other form of document? Why did they use? I'm saying prior to the Bible being a big seller, before it was put in the book, you know?
Right, yeah.
Because those historians, which by the way, when you go into like let's say Alexandria City, that first library, that's a very key point, which gives you insight on the motivation of the powers that be.
Sure.
What they did was they took all the information from the people that they conquered, and they centralized it in a certain library.
Yeah.
And they filtered out what they wanted you to know.
Oh, sure.
Now, these people who are responsible for that,
Everybody does
they know that this book is accurate. Else, they wouldn't have said, you know what, let's take on this idea. They could have easily said, we're going to make
The Iliad.
Yeah, out of another.
Right.
What is maybe
I mean, the thing is,
Islam or
yeah, they could have done it from anywhere.
But they use that.
But they use the Bible, and they also, and of course, you know, if you're into it, they corrupted the Bible because there's so many books that were written at the exact same time that are not in the Bible.
Yeah,
All
that
right.
wouldn't be considered canon or whatnot.
Yeah.
But you know, again, this requires faith too. That's what I'm saying. That's an ingredient.
Yeah, that's where you lose me.
Yeah.
No faith. No faith. Sorry, just don't have it.
I mean, he just said, yeah. That's a beautiful point, man.
I don't have it.
He
I
just
don't
made a
have it.
beautiful, out of everything he said, that was a beautiful point he just made. He has no faith.
I have no faith. Not in the Bible, anyway.
Yeah.
I don't.
So that's going to always be the disconnect.
And it would be a disconnect
it'd be
for us.
disconnect.
I totally agree with
Now, let me
that.
ask you this.
Sure.
What do you believe in? What drives you? Is it just you?
No, it's my family.
Now, let me ask you this. The coming, would you say this? Is the famine realistic?
A famine?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Do you know this book outlines that?
Yes.
Okay then.
I've read it.
Oh,
But it's
so-
not the only book that says it.
No. It's the only book that gives you time. What other book tells you the time and place where the famine will take place?
I don't know. I don't know that much about it. I'm gonna have to be honest with you.
Yeah. This book goes into sensitive detail. It tells you that this is the time, this is the place where the famine, and not just that, but insurrections. There will be a time, according to the prophetic sayings in this book, where the people will resist the powers that be.
Yeah.
All that's playing out right now. And what you're witnessing is nothing more than a scene in this script. Now, again, it requires faith to believe that.
Yeah. And,
You know?
and that's where, like I said, we
Yeah.
have that disconnect. We really
That's
do.
gonna be the disconnect.
That's good disconnect. Okay.
So I'm gonna ask you another quick question, before you go or whatnot.
Okay.
The story of the flood,
Noah.
right, Noah.
Yeah.
That was recorded in other.
Other books as well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So why?
Why was it recorded in other
Yeah,
books?
yeah, yeah. Why would they record it?
Well, because it happened. But it wasn't an actual truth. It wasn't the story that we've been told in the Bible about the whole planet getting covered with water.
Okay.
Okay? There was a flood in that part of the world, and a lot of people died.
Well, let's just say, even if that's true, the Bible, hey, when you go into the word world right there too, there's levels to world. Like you have the word world in an augmented sense.
That's true. It could be just their world.
There you go.
So, hey, I never thought about that. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll take that. I'll
See?
take that.
So that's why I said you have to be endowed with a certain spirit.
Gotcha.
This is a spooky book.
It is very good. Have you read, just real quick,
I
have you read,
said that. I'm
have
saying
you
that.
read, have you read Noah's Wife?
Oh,
Noah's Wife?
that's a book.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
a
it's a book?
fictional book. It's
Okay,
a fictional book
okay.
by a writer here in Birmingham. She lives here in Birmingham.
All right.
You should, I mean, I'm just saying, if
Okay,
you're a
all right.
reader, it's not a bad book to read.
All right, yeah.
Because it talks about that. It talks about the flood, the reality of that flood, and things like that. But you're right, I hadn't thought about the fact that they're just saying their world got flooded.
Because you go into that word world in the Greek, it's cosmos.
The cosmos, right?
Which
Exactly.
goes into different levels. you
Right,
know.
exactly, yeah.
So, like I said, this is a very intricate book. It requires humility. Because when you go into this book, you have to strip yourself of everything that you might think you know.
Right.
You have to that's why our Lord said you have to become as a newborn babe.
Ah, yeah, okay.
So you have to come into this set, in this arena, and be retooled.
Gotcha.
You know?
All right.
So,
But like you said, that's where the disconnect falls.
yeah.
All right,
You have
fair
to
enough.
say, yeah, you got to just believe the report.
All right.
Hey, that's for an example. If I tell you that, a tsunami is coming, you're a meteorologist.
Sure.
So if you don't believe that report, now it's on you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
Yeah.
So, but belief is something that you can't conjure up. Nothing we can't convince you of. So
Fair enough.
that's what it is.
All right. All right, well, that was a great discussion. Thank you very much.
Good.
I
Okay,
enjoyed
bro.
myself.
All right, bro.
All right, y'all have a great day.
Have a good.
All right.
All right, let's go to that Romans
Peace
3
be with you
meditation.
guys, right?
All right, bro. All right. Yeah. But see, that right there, that was the most powerful. That's the spirit. That's the most powerful point that he made out of the whole thing, that he just didn't believe. He proved our point more with that one statement than everything else. And that's the disconnect. See, this is not for everybody, man. All right, give me that real quick.
Romans 3:3. For with his son did not believe.
Right, what if someone did not believe? Go ahead.
Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect?
Just because you don't believe, that don't mean that the Lord not going to spring into action, man. The famine's still coming. Go ahead. Nothing not the guy, because you know what? You get to a point where you got to expect the people to be dumbed down, man. You got to say what drives in his family. But that's totally a disconnect from what Yahweh Shai said. You see what I'm saying? Family is an emotional way of thinking. Whenever, you hear a brother saying too much of, yeah, man, my little girl, then now they can be teetering towards the rim of what?
It says, for what is son to not believe, should their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect? The Most High forbid. Yeah, let Yahweh shall be true, but every man a liar.
Yeah, let the Most High be true, which means everything written in this book, go ahead, and every man what?
A liar.
Yeah, so everybody else, in your vain opinion, is a lie. Because, it ranges. Somebody might come up and agree with the famine, then somebody might come up and say, nah, I don't believe that they're going to a Catholic society. It's a lie. What you're saying is a lie, because we know according to the script, it is going into that. It'll eventually spill over there. So what the scripture's saying here, your vain opinion don't matter. Give me that real quick and yeah, let's get that real quick. You got to put something up? Come on.
So, second Ezra 15, we start at 3. Fear not the imagination against thee.
Yep.
And let not the incredulity of them trouble thee.
Right, and we know that word incredulity goes back to what? Unbelief. So you really can't let someone's unbelief trouble you, because it was meant to be that way. See, we was called into a setting that requires faith, man. And again, faith is not something you can just conjure up. You can't expect just because you believe somebody else to believe. You was designed, what the scripture said, was created with the faithful in the womb. You was designed in such a way to where when you heard the report, you believed it. Go ahead,
let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. Second Ezra 15:4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
Read that part again.
For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
Right, so your unfaithfulness is going to cost you your life. The Lord said, look, don't worry about it, because all the unfaithful are going to die in their unfaithfulness. And that's the penalty, what a lot of you people don't know. See, this blog society, that's driven by comments and these drop the mic moments. You can say some shit, then drop the mic and walk off. That don't apply with y'all about you outside. Your unbelief gonna cost you your life. See, it's not a thing that you ride off in the sunset and we agree to disagree. No, your ass gonna die. And the source of your death is gonna come from your unbelief. And that goes into not believing the report. I said, come on.
Please ask the Sirach, chapter 3, verse 24. Please ask the Sirach 3 and 24. It said, for many are deceived by their own vain opinion.
Read that again.
For many are deceived by their own vain opinion.
There you have it. And because it can make sense to you. You can come up with a formula and it can be just enough to suffice you. But the scripture says you are deceived by your own vain opinion. Give me that real quick now. Proverbs, is it 3? Yeah, you have to, we're under the authority of a higher power, man. You have to put your trust in that power. And I'm gonna say, so that's the spirit. We already got this side of the sign out. The people on this nation don't qualify, all right, to come into that belief system. Now, with that said, even when you flip the sign, only the elect amongst this side is going to be able to tap into the true understanding of the Bible. So with that said, we don't expect the people to believe, man. This is not a thing to convince people to believe. Nobody feel like they're doing you a favor because they stop and listen for a minute. Man, get the hell out of here. We don't want you up here, man. And that's some sick shit. Yeah, this is Dyke Day. Bitch, you goddamn. Yeah, that's
Motherfucker.
Yeah, that's our cousin.
Watching Durant video, Kevin Durant, you see.
Motherfucker was braiding her hair when he was little. And them women encourage niggas to be, yeah, they help them come out the closet. Oh man. motherfucker, you know what I mean? Zumba, man, just good.
God, this is Proverbs chapter 3 and
Yeah,
verse.
that big motherfucker, you can see that motherfucker was a shooting guard at Mount Brook. But,
God, Proverbs 3 and 5. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding.
right, the scriptures encourage us to trust in the Lord. Trust. How do you trust in the Lord? By trusting in His report. If you got a lot of Christians out there, and the reason why they cleave to Christianity, because it allows them to fulfill their lust to eat pork, their lust of the flesh. Whether a full-fledged homosexual, lesbian, right? All that's against the God of the Bible. And guess what? The Lord preparing a famine for you. See, right now you proud and you got a stretched forth neck. You look at us crazy. But what's going to happen when you can't get them chicken fingers?
We really eat carpet then.
Yeah, you going to really eat carpet then? Hey, literally. Oh, but the scripture tell you how to, they ate their belts and their boots, man. And that's why when you read, matter of fact, somebody get St. John the 7th chapter, man, in the 7th verse. Because a lot of people are offended in us and our message, but really it's, if you only knew you was offended in an angelic force. You know, like, because these people scatter aliens, right? Someone coming from the universe with power that trumps the power on the earth. How about if you knew you was offending, you know, one of these figures in a sci-fi movie? Well, that's technically what it is. Because when Yahweh Shai return, man, man, come on, man. You're going to see how, man, matter of fact, what's the scripture when it say we don't know how the Lord should be, but we know we should be like him? Man, when the Lord pop back up on the scene, man, that's going to fuck your head up, man. Yahweh Shai hovering over the planet Earth. And you, I mean, I say this as a man in the spirit. Now you can, you feel a power surging, you hear, yeah, come on.
I got something for you real quick. St. Matthew 13, verse 41. The Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend, and them that do iniquity.
That's it.
Kind of, so like I said, these people, little do they know, they have offended the power of heavens and earth, man. So when he returns, he's gonna root out all things that offend, from a homo to a goddamn McDonald's that's still erected. That's why I said nothing gonna be, the Lord's not gonna even spell this world, man. That's why everything just got pretty much wiped off the map.
Yeah. And then abroad, right? Spirit just had us speaking. Who cares? You walked by while we were saying it. It was meant for you to hear. That's why you ain't selling up. You saw that. What she say? See, yeah. Fuck, like we supposed to set up. Yes, yeah, to contribute to you living your life of a dice. Yeah, motherfucker. They live in a studio apartment. Man, you walk the smell. You got a faint smell of wind zone. This place got to be destroyed, man. Don't think that we got any empathy for America. This place got to go. All right. The reason why you got to wake up, your ailment kick in. You got a nasty cough 1 week. You got to hold your breath. You hoping that this is what they said it was, man. Yeah, go ahead, man.
God, St. John 7, verse 7. The world cannot hate you.
Yeah, you finna eat something. Then you really got to hope that, man, I hope this really a piece of chicken, man. Then, like the brother always say, you got to watch something on TV a lot of time. To clap. You know what I mean? You put it on like some crazy Family Guy or something. Go ahead, huh?
St. John 7, verse 7. The world cannot hate you.
Yep.
But me, it hate them.
Right, see, you people, see, the looks that we get from you people as you walk by, because you done figured out by now we're against you. We're against America. That's why we got missile signs. Let's get that up. What's the first word on there? America, baby. America knows the story. So you have figured out that we're not with this place. That's for you Edomites, especially you patriotic goddamn Edomites. You want to figure out a way for America to be, but also for the people on the sign, the Israelites. You know that we represent restrictions. When you see us, you know that. You know what I mean? And out of respect, a lot of jakes, they turn their music down. Well, we got to black and mild, put it out, because they know that we represent restrictions. Now here's Esau in his natural habitat. Did you see that? Fucking kid. Them mother like he play on Final Destination. That's part one too. The one who was on the plane. That's the one that was on the plane. Did he live? He died, didn't he?
They did.
Yeah. Hey, the scriptures say children are our oppressors. You got them you have amusement parks. What type of shit is that? Man, I wouldn't get on a fucking roller coaster, man. If you straight, you know what I mean? Take your goddamn hand off. Yet that guy rules over you. Give me that real quick in Job the 30th chapter. We still got someone in Job. We're gonna go back there. Go to Job the 30th chapter. Hey, call Allah Yahweh Shema Shah. The Lord gave us eyes to see. We see that this man is not as bad. Oh, what's the movie? Wisdom of Oz? Wizard of Oz?
That's it.
Well, come to find out, the guy that was behind the curtain, get that too. Is this the man?
Yep.
It's a weirdo, man. And we did the video of this nigga Gates. Where Gates was trying to convince the people to just die already. He had the sorry. Then he said, what scares me is that the population is growing. Why the fuck that scare you, man? That life is flourishing. That means you deaf. Everything this devil set up was to kill you, man. See? That's the spirit right there. All right, man. That's the spirit right there. I'm gonna tell you why in a minute. Because, hey, when he got on, the uniform represents health, right? A medical suit, but you got a damn mask. The mask gonna kill you if that no. The mask was set up to take 7 months off. See, Esau right now is in full drive. These chemtrails been up long enough now. So now because, yeah, it's like a scientist, they splash this and splash that, then the shit. Well, that's what it is. Esau splashed chemtrails for the last so many years, and with the amount of McDonald's you consume, then one day you wake up and drink a Faygo at the wrong time, that's your ass. All that shit come together. Or you get into an argument. I'm gonna tell you, man, Esau set this shit up, man. You got your wife set up and that'll vex you. You get into an argument, yo, blood pressure go up. Then what happened? Your hernia. Then all of a sudden you in the drive-thru with that comfort food. One day that chicken finger, that last chicken finger, that's honey mustard. That's going to contribute to your demise, man. And this shit well played out by the so-called white man. Okay.
Job chapter 30, verse 8. They were children of fools.
Right, see, they were children of fools. Now, there's a reason why the so-called white man considered children of fools. Because when you go back to his humble beginnings, he pretty much compromised the birthright, which we know was all set up in the spirit, but over some porridge. Come on, man. This nigga didn't have patience, didn't have integrity. He despised his birthright, man. So that's what makes you children of fools. And like we mentioned also, you have amusement parks, water parks, yeah, damn haunted house. That's so. But this is the man ruling over you. This is the man telling you what to eat. This is the man telling you, you know, what you should believe in. That's equivalent to letting your child run the house. That child don't have the mental capacity to sit down and break down the bills, man, or budget when to pay the bills. How you gonna let them run the house? You know what that's gonna contribute to? Confusion.
Job 30 verse 8, they were children of fools. Yeah, children of base men.
Yep, children of base men. And that goes back to what those legs, the feet. That's the base of all the body. The so-called white man is the lords of the lords. Go ahead. Hey, and I dare you to, you know what I mean, question that, man. Because anybody that cut down the trees, for an example, at the alarming rate the so-called white man had, that's a goddamn fool, man. When it's well known that the trees contribute to life. Again, fast food, which that proves that that's Cain, Esau, which is Cain. Because what happened with Esau? He wanted the instant gratification. He wanted instant satisfaction. He wanted that food right then. He couldn't wait. So that's why you have fast food.
This is Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 25. Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain.
And what's that destroying mountain? America, man. Which serves as the throne, if you will, for the so-called white man. The Lord is against America. And why wouldn't he be? You have to learn to get along with a homo here, man. That's off, man. And then let's say you got your own platform, whether it's a radio station, you're a talk show host, you got to tread light. You say something about one of these Lil Nas X or somebody, and all of a sudden you get an email.
Come, behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountains,
Right, so the Lord is against America. Go ahead.
saith the Lord, which destroys all the earth. And
and this place has destroyed all the earth. Straight up, man. From the chemtrails, the rhetoric, because the trend that's going forth now promotes homosexuality. You gotta whisper this shit, man. Cause fast homo, man. Is she talking about? Yeah, man. It's Dyke Day. We might need to go back and edit the video. Live from Babylon. Dyke Day. That's cold. They're gonna get a strike. you have the thumbnail of Man and Fresh. You know, it's more like Man and Fresh. With a head, with an empty. Oh yeah, that man, motherfucker with his nails done. Well, you know what I mean? This place, man, fuck America, man. And see, only the spirit of Yahweh Shai makes you cuss this place out. Straight up. If you're not in the spirit of Yahweh Shai, you're going to bring forth a world-friendly doctrine. That's what a lot of Israelite groups do. That's why you see Israelite trending on Instagram and all that crazy shit. It has even reached the extent of a lot of them niggas know the name. Nigga with Yahweh Shai on his t-shirt. With chicken fingers in the background. And that's why the Lord said, all that sound to me, Lord, Lord. Come on.
God, behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith the Lord.
Yep.
Which destroys all the earth.
Yeah, this the veil that's covered the planet Earth. That's why you see Moab with suit and ties. Oh, and there's McDonald's out there too. And there might be some, yeah. He said, let's go this way.
And I will stretch out my hand upon thee, and I will roll thee down from the rock.
Yeah, so the Lord is going to abase the so-called white man from that high and lofty position which he occupied. The Lord said, going to roll this man down from the rocks. Okay? So long gone is the days of the so-called white man ruling over you, man. We're in a time in prophecy where the Lord is about to remove this man from that seat of power. And he's going to usher in a new system. What's that? 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter? Hold that on there, huh? 2 Peter 3. Go ahead.
It says,
You got something?
and will make thee a burnt mountain.
Yeah, so this is dealing with the results. The Lord says he's going to make America a burnt mountain. Now, how is that going to be accomplished? Through those ICBM missiles, which plays a critical part in biblical prophecy. Right? The Lord sanctioned the overthrow of America to be violent. And in a show of justice, he's going to take down this devil the same way he came into power. You got to remember, this damn devil came into power through war, man. Out of the 229 years America was in power, 222 was occupied with war. That's 93% of the time. Hey, keep an eye on that damn so-called Go ahead. Yeah, come on.
It's on Psalm 73:18. Surely thou didst set them in the slippery places.
Yeah, the Lord put you in a very compromised position. Hey, because think about it. One subtle way, the so-called white man offended everybody. He offended every damn nation on the planet Earth. So you think they're gonna have mercy on you when you start to fall? Give me that. You know what I want. Oh, yeah. See, the Lord put Esau in a very awkward position, man. It's equivalent to you. It reminds me of the Garden of the Galaxy. I don't know if y'all saw that. Remember when the daughter went to jail and everybody wanted to kill her because of Thanos. Everybody wanted to get her. They were like, man, fuck that, we gotta get this motherfucker. That's the same with Esau. All right, once the Lord take that hedge of protection from off you devils, man, it's going to be open season, and it's not going to be anyone to protect you. The scriptures say that. The Lord said they're going to even call unto him. The Lord said that these devils going to call out to him, but he would not answer, man. Yeah, come on.
I'll read it again.
That's like, hold on, let's get this real quick. We go back. Go ahead.
Quick precept. This is Isaiah 14 and verse 6. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He that ruleth the nations in anger.
Yeah. Scriptures say he that stroked the people with a continual stroke. All right, and that stroke was the continual stroke of oppression, obviously with Israel, but also the continual stroke of sanctions. Oh, you got this nigga Biden. He coming out, he talking about entertainment tax in the world, taxation 15%, man. That's a whole lot of goddamn taxes, man. That's the part of the continual stroke. And you don't even see what's going on behind the scenes, the different skirmishes that break out, what Esau don't tell you through his media. Oh, like we was going into the story. You ain't heard nothing else about that story. All you listeners who were paying attention, I know y'all brothers know about it. Where was that, where they found the gold? What was that?
Congo, in the Congo.
Yeah, it was in the Congo. And it was in the Congo, and all you had, it looked like a lot of jakes. They was running out with boulders of gold, and they was boasting, and all of a sudden nobody heard nothing else about it. Esau went in there and got that, man. This place. All right, come on.
It says,
You gotta be careful, man. I got a 40 in there. Yeah. No, come on. Pink pearl. 40. But that's the product of Esau. Oh, that gives credence to that phrase, flaming. Yeah. That's the strap. Yeah, flaming pain. That means you got the strap. Oh, now that nigga was sick. Yeah, come on.
Isaiah 14 verse 6. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He that ruleth the nations in anger.
Yeah, they ruled the nations in anger. Okay, this man has set sanctions over the planet Earth. All right, his influence over the planet Earth has pretty much been detrimental to the Earth, man. Man, that folks try that.
It says, he is persecuted and none hindereth.
Yeah, go ahead.
It says he is persecuted and none hinder him.
Right, so ain't nobody gonna step in on this man's behalf. See, it was meant for Esau to rise, come into power, but to eventually fall. That's a part of the story. So it's nothing no one can do to step in on his behalf. But also, it gives credence to what we said. He offended. He greatly offended the nation. He burnt all the bridges you could think of, man. There's no way somebody's gonna step to the aid of the so-called white man. In fact, when he falls, everybody's gonna be looking to get hands on him. And that's why really right now, the nation smell blood. They have seen that chink in his armor, so to speak, and they think that they're gonna occupy the seat of power. But in a act of pretty much strangeness when you think about it, just to be honest, the Lord gonna raise up the underdogs. You're really looking at your next ruler. And I know that sounds crazy. And we want you to marvel at that. Until you have a dream about us. You have a dream about us tonight. Yeah, come on.
This is the book of Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 8. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. Because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land and of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Let me read from the top again. This is Habakkuk 2 and 8. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee.
Right, yeah. So Esau has spoiled many nations. His influence has extended throughout the world. Again, that's why you have a McDonald's in Egypt. This man has spoiled many nations, man. And if not from that extreme, the extreme of war. And you go to places like Bosnia, it's war-torn. Esau doing goddamn airstrikes, man. Bullet-riddled cities. Damn, the effects of bombs. That's the form of this man spoiling many people. Go ahead.
Because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land.
Right, because Esau lusts the blood of men. But the prize is Israel. Right. He get off on the blood of Israel. That's why you notice we have the signs. We ain't got to get it, but hanging. Yeah, Edomites posing around and hang the corpse. Damn, little children and shit, smiling. Damn, bloodthirsty man. Like that image I showed you. Yeah, go ahead.
And for the violence of the land and of the city and of all that dwell therein.
That's right. Yeah, so now we're in a time now. We're in a time now where the Lord is going to recompense this man for all his actions. Man. And that's plain, man. We should have to break that down. And we're not apologetic either in the sense of, because you might feel some type of way. Man, fuck you, man. Fuck everybody outside of the circle. And really, in essence, you really want the so-called white man to rule over. You know what that means? When somebody wants America to continue to rule, that means they want to send you at the bottom.
Isaiah 33 verse 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled.
Right, because the so-called white man really didn't receive any resistance, man. And one of the gauges, if you will, is when they came over here in the form of settlers, which that's another disturbing title, settler. But that means you came in and settled in on me, man. So they came over here and they didn't meet no resistance. It wasn't as if when they came and descended upon, North, Central, and South America, that the natives resisted them. It wasn't like the natives let off goddamn arrows, boring arrows. No, they welcomed them, man. So they wasn't spoiled, okay? You devils came over here, and Christopher Columbus, that damn boom. Christopher Columbus is a boom, all right? He represents your people. And your history is stained. Give a damn how much you smile. There's a blot on your legacy, man. You're responsible for destroying the children of Israel and also the planet Earth. Bunch of motherfuckers, yeah. Band of motherfuckers, man. That's how they popped up. Right, you look up, it was 2 Edomites. You chase them out. Get out of here. They were eating your shit out. Then you come back a week later, it's 30 of them motherfuckers squatting on your land. All right, come on.
Come.
This place weird.
Ecclesiastes 33 verse 1. No, it's like Isaiah chapter 33 verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled,
Yep, go ahead.
and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee.
Again, no, the natives didn't deal treacherously with Esau. He dealt treacherously, man. He wrote these treaties. He wrote the treaty. After he wrote the first treaty, he came back and Jake was like, nah, man, we don't want to deal with you. And the motherfucker's words was moving in butter. He cried, I'm sorry. And he broke another treaty. And he was dealing treacherous the whole time. Because it's recorded too, where them devils, right? They'll read a treaty, and the natives couldn't even understand what the fuck they were saying. And that proved that them the same Edomites, because when you go into the fine print, they had the shit go by real fast. That's a deceiver. Motherfucker say, hey, which hand is in? Then if you guess it right, that motherfucker cut your hand off. All right? Come on. Hey, that's the spirit, brother. You have this too. Yeah, savage on this shit. That's good. Because Esau, being the devil he is, he coined our people as savages, but he the savage.
Right.
Go ahead, Al.
When thou shalt cease to spoil, then thou shalt be spoiled.
Yeah, it's going to be a time when Esau is not going to have the power to spoil anymore. The Lord going to take that power away, and once that happens, he's going to be spoiled. And that proves right there that the Bible encourages get back. Payback. Give me that real quick. What's that? Thessalonians? Mm-hmm. The Lord is all about payback. And that's another tactic of Esau with his bitch ass E. Like the brothers out on the west say. Bitch ass E, man. Let me tell you what this nigga did. After he came into power, he told you that violence is wrong. You know, we should forgive and forget. What the fuck type of shit is that? Once he got in power, now he telling you, yeah. Oh, yeah, big guy right here. Uh-huh.
The gun still, how he still got gun rested on his hand.
Yeah.
He telling you to chill.
Yeah. Fuck.
2 Thessalonians 1:6.
Yeah, he wants you to dumb it down. After he done killed your people, took everything from you, now he got it. Y'all fall back, man. The world could be a better place. That's crazy shit. Next up, remember the old shit, it was before a lot of brothers' time, but you heard it before, that old Michael Jackson and what's the nigga, Phil McCartney. Yeah, Everett and Ives. Yeah, live together in harmony. That was Esau shit. After he beat the shit out, he put that song out. So everybody hold hands. No, but we woke up from that bullshit, man. We won't pay back. Come on. Jacob's revenge, baby.
Yeah, 2 Thessalonians 1:6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
See, the Lord, hey, it's righteous in the eyes of the Lord to recompense. And that word recompense, when you break it down, it translates to payback. Straight up, re meaning back, and compense, going back to compensation, which means to pay. So everybody that offended in relation to Israel got to pay, man. All you other nations, but mainly the prize of Esau. We get our hand on Esau. Hey, get that real quick. This is the honor.
Oh yeah.
See, that's going to be an honor to get Esau back, man. You know what proved that? You remember watching these slave movies before you was in the truth? And the empty feeling, that emptiness you felt that you couldn't get them bitches back? You just had to eat that shit like, damn, man, but you played us like that? You know how that feeling you had? But when you come into the truth, you comforted. You find out about reincarnation. Matter of fact, give me Psalm 6 and 10 real quick. You find out about reincarnation, and you find out you're gonna get the same motherfucker back that offended. We're gonna get Christopher Columbus back. And that's not for everybody. Get Psalm 6 and 10.
The book of Psalms, chapter 6, and verse 10, it says, let all mine enemies be ashamed.
And that's another thing. Our people got to realize that you have enemies, man. You shouldn't marvel or shy away from the fact that you got enemies. You got to embrace the fact that you got enemies, man. That's how you get to the bottom of things. You still in the spirit of believing the so-called white man your ally, you will never overcome. Oh, who that was? That was Martin Luther King, that we shall overcome. Well, that was just an old Negro spiritual. Man, you should be sick to your stomach, you nigga hum that shit. We shall overcome, you know. Which we are, but not the way they pitched it. They presented it to you like, you know, we're gonna overcome by being equal to the so-called white man. We're gonna overcome by eating in the same restaurant in this devil. No, according to the prophetic sayings of the Bible, we're gonna overcome by putting him in slavery. Go ahead.
It says, let all mine enemies be ashamed and sore vexed.
Let all my enemies be ashamed and sore vexed. Go ahead.
It says, let them return.
What does the scripture mean when it say let them return? That's going into reincarnation if you can receive it. Which is an idea that trumps the reasoning of you mere mortals out here. You was taught to believe that you live only once. You consume all the McDonald's you can for 42 years. And you die and go to heaven. That's the crazy shit. No, you know what happens? Your spirit is recycled. There's a such thing as the circle of life. You come back, and everybody come back to receive a reward. Oh, that's in the Apocrypha too? Read that again from the top. Pay attention.
Psalms 6 and verse 10, let all mine enemies be ashamed and sore vexed.
Yep, go ahead.
Let them return.
Let them return. What we read is a dark saying in the scriptures concerning the offenders of Israel. Who are Israel? The so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American. Who offended us? Christopher Columbus. The slave owners who beat the hell out of you, hung you, castrated you, killed your children. See, Esau told the so-called white man, said, just forget about it. That's not justice, man. What the scripture say, remember, O Lord, the daughter of Eden. What sense that make? You beat my ass and then I just forget about it. I would never feel good about that. And you could give me bread and all that money, and somewhat deep down I want to get you that.
Gift destroys the heart.
Yeah.
It says, let them return and be ashamed suddenly.
Yeah, so they're going to return and be ashamed suddenly, man. So the God of the Bible, who promotes justice, and that's the sword in Psalms 89th chapter, has prepared judgment for the so-called white man. And the Lord is very detailed. You got to remember the Lord by order. The very ones that offended, you're going to get them back, man. That's why the scripture said, wait ye upon me, says the Lord. Because in its due time, that's like, in its due time, the Lord is eventually going to bring that same judgment upon the ones that offended us. And this is why we rejoice. See, because we know and understand this God. Give me Jeremiah 9. Somebody give me that, whoever can give it quick. Jeremiah 9:24. Right? See, this is a blessing to get to know the elusiveness. See, the Lord is elusive. The Lord, a great king. The Lord is not there for me. And let's say like, well, I'm just using this as an example. Let's say like Jay-Z, or one of these figures. You can't just get your hand on Jay-Z. And that's a low level. You know, I'm just saying, so people understand. Not like you said, man, I'm gonna go up the block and catch Jay-Z when you come out. No, you have to be at the right place, the right time, catch him, find out, get a beat on where he might be. That applies to the Most High, man. All right, the understanding of the God of the Bible is not as of an open and shut case as one might think. It's very elusive. It's about timing. You have to be at the right place at the right time. Then you get it. See, come on.
Jeremiah 9:24. But let him that glorieth glory in this,
Yeah, so if you are to glory, what are you to glory in? Go ahead.
that he understandeth and knoweth me.
So this is why you glory. Because you know and understand Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, which is the true name of the God of the Bible. Read it one more time.
But let him that glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me.
Yep, go ahead.
Thou the Lord which exercise loving kindness,
Yeah, so the Lord exercised loving kindness. Go ahead.
judgment,
What?
judgment,
So the Lord exercised judgment as well. Go ahead.
and righteousness in the earth.
Go ahead.
For in these things I delight, saith the Lord.
So the Lord not only delights in loving kindness and righteousness, but he delights in judgment. All right? And that judgment that the Lord is going to delight in as it relates to this lifetime is the recompense of the so-called white man and his ill dealings and treacherous acts. And not just them, but the 2/3 of our people as well, who have heard this message and who have not been willing to yield and hearken to the invitation to return to your power. See, we're in a time now where the Lord is about to shut down America, Babylon the Great, and it's about this. Oh yeah. He's looking for him. He out here looking for him.
That probably main call for them.
Yeah. He know to come out when he hear that. Oh, you born the skateboard. That's it. You gonna come out the shadows. You hear that?
Read again. All right, Jeremiah 9:24, it said, but let him that glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me, down the Lord which exercise loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. For in these things I delight, saith the Lord.
Yeah, so the Lord delighted in it. And we're going to get our vengeance back on the so-called white man. That's not a story that just went away. And the so-called white man sufficed you by, and it was gradually too. This devil didn't never just come out. He gave you, started out giving you damn welfare, putting you in the welfare line, giving you a block of cheese and crazy shit. Started letting you work with him. Man, fuck them damn devils, man. Yeah, just to quiet the grumblings. But see, you know how we're gonna be sufficed? We're gonna take you, man. It's blood for blood. And Yahushua cemented that. See, Yahushua cold. When Yahushua came, Yahushua shed blood to make things right. So now that's what we're dealing with, blood. That's the currency, man. Esau can't give us no, what you call it? Retribution? Reparations. Esau can't bring that, we can't bring that on the table. Because the blood of Yahushua done that. That's the only way we're going to make things right, through blood. That's the new currency. Matter of fact, give me that real quick in our numbers. Let's go to the law real quick. Yeah, let's get that.
This is
And give me Ezekiel 25th chapter. Go ahead.
Numbers chapter 33, chapter 35 and verse 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are.
And this land is polluted. And what polluted the land? Go ahead.
For blood
Blood has polluted this land. The blood of the saints, our people was shed here, man. Go ahead.
it defileth the land,
So this land is now defiled because of that blood. Go ahead.
and the land cannot be cleansed
Can't make this right. We can't clean this up. Go ahead.
of the blood that is shed therein,
Uh-huh.
but by the blood of him that shed it.
So the one who shed the blood, we got to shed his blood. That's the true message of the Bible, man. Contrary to the consensus of the people. But you was taught, you just turn the other cheek while somebody slap you. You know what? Y'all don't understand what the scripture's saying, man. They don't understand the scripture right now. All right, so, all right, that was it? All right, come on.
Come on, this is the book of Ezekiel 25, verse, I start at verse 12.
We get ready to close it. But you know, I had the spirit, man. Hey, you can tell if you're paying attention, everything is coming to the point of reckoning. That's why the spirit jumped on us to get on Esau, man. See that? You see that? Somebody's phone turned off on me. Now, come on, come on, man. That's so bad. God just turned off on that, man. That's what we sent out to get at. Real quick, before you go there, go to Ezekiel 35 real quick. Because the Lord about to get ready to shut this ministry. Yeah, the ministry gonna get shut down. You know, the Lord gonna call us back, and what's gonna happen? Everything gonna jump off in its perfection. But it's the Lord going to call out the culprit, the offender. Hey, come on, huh?
Ezekiel 35 and verse 1, it says, Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir.
Remember the word against again. The Lord said, set thy face against Mount Seir. That's what I know about. Mount Seir is really wherever the so-called white man pitches tents. And that'll be right now here in America. This Mount Seir. So we are commanded to prophesy against this place. Go ahead.
It says,
And that's not hard. That's why the Lord going to destroy all you false prophets. Because you got so much to call this man out on. Why the hell you ain't cussing out Esau? All this shit this man has offended, man. I'm listening to the game. Go ahead.
and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord, power.
Right, yeah, so we justify ourselves when we say, Thus saith the Lord. Not like General Yohana. Remember, General Yohana snitched on the Lord. Nigga, man. We don't hate white people. God hates snitched on the Lord, man. No, when the scriptures say, Thus saith the Lord, that means we go into the scriptures. The scriptures justify us. We get a precept to bag us up. All right, go ahead.
It says, And set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and
Yep.
say unto it, Thus saith the Lord, power. Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee.
Yeah, I am against thee. The Lord is against you, man. Go ahead.
And I will stretch out mine hand against thee,
Yeah,
and I will make thee most desolate.
that's it. And that's the climax, if you will, to that process. The Lord's going to stretch out his hand toward this place, and then he's going to make it most desolate. Now, the Lord is going to continually strike Esau, too. It's going to be like a torturous. Oh, what's the scripture? Is it Psalm 89? The Lord said, I beat down my foes. When you beat somebody down, that's opposite of you just knocking them out. That's awkward. People over just walking, swinging uppercut at you. You going to jail today, babe? That's a bad uppercut in history. Man, that boy walked up, the way that boy was walking, man, he was building up this energy. That bitch fell off the book. I think famous. I have beat down my phone or something like that. Then let's get that real quick. Because again, this is not a mercy killing. This is going to be a torturous death. The Lord's going to consume this place. When something is consumed, it's like you chew it up. You know, you devour it. And that's heavy too, how you devour something, through your mouth. So that's how everything is going to be perfected by the Lord speaking it, and then it coming to pass. Come on.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 89 and verse 23. And I will beat down his foes.
Yeah, who are our foes? The nation, starting with Esau. The Lord said he's going to beat them down. Yeah, when you beat somebody down, that's like a combination. You know, you continue to pound and rail on them. What?
Before his face, and plague them that hate him.
Yep, that's it. So that's where we are in the process. All right, so come on. Yeah. Then get that, yeah, we get both of them. We'll bounce it out. We ready to end off on that. See, that all that shit go back to Esau, man. You know, that contributed to vexing you, man.
Right.
Fuck it, man. It's that devil, you know. This free fall. Go ahead, Doc.
Ezekiel chapter 25, verse 12. Thus said the Lord power, because that Edom have dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance and have greatly offended.
Yep, see, and Edom is the so-called white man. Go ahead.
It says, and revenged himself upon them.
That's why Yahushua, our Lord, made the statement, these are the days of vengeance. Because you got to have a feel for this dynamic, the struggle in the womb. Esau is getting us back for, you know, in the time, 900, was that 900 BC?
It says, now
I was
for
going to the time of King David. So now you got these devils trying to get their lick back. Go ahead.
It says, therefore, thus said the Lord, thus said the Lord of power, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and I will cut off man and beast from it,
Yep.
and I will make it desolate continually, and they of the dash shall fall by sword. It says, and I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel.
See, by the hand of my people Israel. So that's going to be a luxury. See, again, the point I made in the spirit. There was a time when you would watch 12 Years a Slave or, one of these period pieces, and you felt hopeless. That time the motherfuckers got off on us like that. We had to eat that, man. No, but now we found out that the Lord is going to let us get them devils back. Matter of fact, go to Psalms real quick, and we're going to go back there.
Psalm.
You good.
All right, Psalm 149, and I start at verse 6. Let the high praise of the Most High be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the
See,
heathen.
they're going to wear vengeance, recompense, payback, to execute vengeance. Right? Matter of fact, read on.
It says, and punishments upon the people,
Yep, go ahead.
to bind their kings with chains.
See that? To bind their kings with chains. So we're going to take you into captivity. Go ahead.
And their nobles with fetters of iron,
Mm-hmm.
to execute upon them the judgment
See,
written.
it does say the Lord. So we're going to execute the judgment written. Come on, man. Hey, that's them devils do right. They come and arrest you. They have a warrant. You're in violation of Article 1B2. Well, that's how we're going to kick in the door of them damn bunkers. Give me Psalms 147. Yeah, go
It
ahead.
says, to execute upon them the judgment written.
Yeah, see? Go ahead.
This honor have all his saints. Praise ye, Yahweh.
That's honorable. That's an honor. See, Christianity taught you that it was an honor to forgive and forget and go to heaven. No, man. The honor is to beat the shit out of those who beat us. To pay them back double. Wherein they beat us with whips. We're going to beat them with a rod of iron. All right? Well, come on.
It says, that was right. Back Ezekiel 25:14, and I would lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel.
So that's the truth of the Bible. We're going to put hands on the so-called white man. This is not a friendly message. No, this message is centered around recompense. All right, the Lord's going to raise us up, and we're going to take down our enemies, man. Go ahead.
It says, and they shall do in Edom.
Who is Edom? All right, that's the question. If you really inquire, you have to ask, who is Edom? Well, Edom, we found out Edom to be the so-called white man. All right? Yeah, get them boys up again. That's Edom right there, okay? That's the offender. Not dare you to say, no, that's not the case. Well, why is pork a delicacy? When the scriptures tell you that pork is not lawful. Somebody, who was in the video with a crab was in the mouth? Did y'all see that? That show you that a crab not supposed to be eaten. He's a trash can. He's a bottom feeder. But guess who made crabs and lobsters delicacy? The so-called white man. Go ahead, huh?
It said, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger.
Right, so this is the Lord himself exacting his anger, his vengeance on Esau, man. Hey, do not the scripture say that I have hated many things, but none like him? The Lord hates Esau, man. Matter of fact, get that real quick. Because you say, hold up, the reason why he hates Esau because the Lord himself hates Esau. And Jake look at this thing like a spectacle, man. I kind of heard, I don't know, did you know the brother or something? I know, I said, was y'all the same? Them boys came out today?
Yeah, it was not cool enough.
Yeah. They probably had a barbecue. Hey, but Jake, Jake wanna, man, look, if you're serious about this, man, you gonna inquire. This is not, we're not here for your entertainment. Now, we are a spectacle. because that's part of the prophecy. That this is not another trending topic amongst you damn knucklehead Negroes, man. There's some shit at the barbershop, you know? Well, everybody got an opinion. But I think, no, what you're witnessing is order once again being restored in Israel. And it starts with this word going forth. Go ahead, Doc.
God, this is the book of Ecclesiastes, Sirach 27, verse 24. I have hated many things, but nothing like him.
And who is that him? Esau. Go ahead.
For the Lord shall hate him.
Yeah, there you have it, man. So the Lord himself hates this devil. So you shouldn't cringe when you come, because a lot of people do that too. Especially after you leave him. You've been down there sucking up all that love and kindness for 45 minutes. And you come up here, and this don't sit well with you. Well, guess what? The Lord hates Esau. And we can actually go into detail how we're going to crack motherfuckers' heads. All right, come on, let's go back here.
God, Ezekiel 25, verse 14. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel.
See that?
And they shall do in Edom according to mine anger.
See, that's the story. That's the true story of the Bible. Go ahead.
And according to my fury. And they shall know my vengeance, said the Lord power.
There you have it. That vengeance. There you go. Hey, so with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, double honor to our teachers, the head apostle, the elder, great millstone. Shalom to the fellow laborers, as well as you believe the Ark, as well as the Ark, to the next time. Shalom.
Shalom, DTA, Abba, soon.
Very soon. Right.
Check your bank account. Might be bluffing.